I think the biggest inhibition for me was this really deeply entrenched belief that I couldn't change. So it was just, I can't change. This is who I am. What's the point of even trying? And I think I'd been through so many processes before that where I tried to reach out for help. And it just kind of reinforced that story of I can't change. I'd seen so many different psychotherapists. Just the solutions or the techniques that they'd give me just never seemed deep enough. It never seemed to really go to the core. And I think that was what I was really hungry for, was really to go to the core of that pain and the core of the issues. But I didn't have the tools to or the resources. And so I just gave up. I think when you really help someone, you have to use your mind as well as your intelligence and your intellect as well as your heart and your soul. And I think that's what's really lacking within therapy is people don't know how to do that, and it becomes so cold and clinical and impersonal, and it becomes about kind of fitting everyone into one box and applying a one size fits all, which you can't do. Really want to help someone because everyone's journey is so unique, and I think what everyone needs is so different. One of our very first sessions, I remember feeling such a sense of hopelessness. I think it was our very first session. And again, I think I was just so limited and so consumed by that belief that nothing would work and that I was just beyond hope. And you guided me through a meditation, and it was amazing because I was in such a dark place. I was so at war with myself, and because I was at war with myself, I was at war with everyone in my life. I remember I wasn't really talking to my parents. I was combative and aggressive, and then we did that meditation, and everyone noticed something had shifted in me. I think what really struck me and what has really deeply inspired me and changed me at such a profound level throughout coaching has been how sincerely you care, and also just this sense of really being seen. Because like I said, I've seen so many different people, and they just go through the motions of listening and then giving answers based on what they've been taught. But you really, really listen, and I feel like you see me at such a deep level, and experiencing that, I feel like I've learned to see myself for the first time and to hear myself for the first time and to come to insights that I didn't even know I had. And that's been really empowering. I've come such a long way since that first session. And at that point, if you had told me, anybody had told me this is where I'd be today, I would not have believed them. When I signed up for it, it was just kind of marketed as for bulimia, but you've given me so much more than that, which interestingly is what I needed to really heal from the bulimia. A lot of the practices you've given me, just like the process we just went through, and just new perspectives. Because like I said, I'm so hungry for that. And I remember just writing everything down so vigorously, and then always feeling like I just wasn't alone anymore. And I just wasn't as lost as I was before. And I now had these tools and techniques to turn to. That has really changed me. And then also just feeling like there are no boundaries. I feel so comfortable with you. I feel that I can talk about absolutely anything. And I haven't really experienced that with anyone before, even my family members, just feeling that kind of unconditional acceptance. So our phone calls really just feel like a safe space, a space which I won't be judged in, a space in which I know I'll always be nourished and nurtured in. And I think it's so important to have that when you're healing. And the other thing has been so profound and so important for me is that you've always told me and reminded me that I have the answers. And I think that's such a foreign concept within the whole world of healing and coaching, because you always have people who are trying to prescribe answers and give you a formula and create a kind of dependence on them. You were really the first person to tell me, here I am, I have all these practices I can give you and advice I can give you, but at the end of the day, you can do it and you have all the answers you need. And that was so, so empowering for me, because I think I was always looking outside of myself for those answers. And so through the safe space that you created, I learned how to find a safe space within myself. Hands down. I would definitely recommend it it's such a deep kind of healing. It's not just at one level, and I think that's what's really lacking. Again, you in psychotherapy, it just kind of deals with the level of the mind, and then you have different kinds of therapy that just focus on the body or just focus on emotions. And I feel like what I've gotten through your coaching is so holistic. It's everything. We talk about the importance of diet and how you can't really do anything unless you have that foundation, and then we deal with the emotions and the thoughts and the philosophy. And so it just feels so complete. And again, just finding the answers within myself, having someone who keeps reminding me that I have that power and I have that wisdom within myself has been really so healing. And now I feel empowered to help other people and to spread that light. So I think what you've done is just such a service to the world, because this is really what's going to change our world and make our world a better place. Getting people to wake up and to realize the potential they have and to really heal, even people who don't think that they're broken, because we all come into this world needing to wake up and needing to heal. That's really what our world needs more than anything right now. Because I went to this Buddhist talk a few weeks ago, and the lady was saying, what's the point of going around being an angry activist and demanding change in the world or world peace if you don't have that peace in yourself? My expectation with coaching was just to feel better, to be healthier, to make healthier choices. But what I've achieved in, I think it's been almost a year since we started coaching, has far surpassed that. I don't only feel whole and strong, but I feel a really fierce desire to make the world a better place and to help other people. And I was so caught up in my own pain that I didn't think that could ever be a possibility. But now I just really, really want to kind of spread the light that you've ignited within me. I think that's what the world needs more than anything now. It's for young people to develop that kind of awareness and to wake up. And that's really what's going to save the world, because I think there's just there's so much hate and there's so much ignorance because we don't know how to be with ourselves. And when you shift your relationship with yourself, everything just changes. And it's remarkable because I forwarded the email I sent you yesterday to my parents, like I said, and my mom was saying, in the process of you shattering your own illusions and seeking this kind of healing, you've healed our family in such a deep way. I'm realizing that more and more. We come into the world with a purpose, and we are born into the families that we're born into with a purpose. And I just don't think there are any accidents. I have so much love for you in my heart, and just really thinking of you this Thanksgiving.